All right, good morning. It's 8:30, Monday. I forget the date here. Um, but anyway, it's 8:30. Maybe you guys got my announcement the other day where I'll be doing free Facebook Lives. So anyway, these will be pretty quick. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, see who shows up. If anyone. All right, so my name is Eric Dahl, and I'm the owner of Dahl Marketing. And what I do is I help business owners build businesses that grow and run without them, so they have freedom, not a job. Okay, so that's what I do. And if if you would like to learn more, we do have a free webinar coming up this Wednesday, actually, and it is you can find it at www.fvmclass.com. Okay, today what I want to talk to you guys about today is a very important topic that I get a lot of questions about, and actually, most of the time when I start working with clients, that's typically the first problem that they feel like they have. A lot of times I hesitate to say that it's the most important problem, because it really isn't. But I do think it's the first step, right? And that is leads, right? Leads, right? How to get leads? How do we get leads at scale, right? That is a big question that I get from clients. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, is how to get leads at scale for your business on demand, right? On demand. So it's a big problem, and I'm going to try to give you guys some ideas today to help you through that hump. And again, if you guys want to learn more about this, about getting leads, right, on autopilot, on a highly scalable level, go to www.fvmclass.com and get registered for the free webinar that's coming up this Wednesday. So the first thing that I got this pretty big glare. Let me know if you guys are being affected by that or not. Pretty crazy glare. The first thing about this is what's a lead attractor, right? So this is what I do, is I help clients create what I call a lead attractor, and this lead attractor is geared towards attracting clients to you. So it's a mechanism that attracts clients to you versus a push strategy, right? A push strategy is where, for example, you're pushing your services and your products on somebody, right? So a lot of times, that could be a cold call, that could be, going door to door, that can even be going to networking meetings, where you're really just pushing, and you're trying to convince people to work with you and do business with you, right? And it's just not a very scalable model. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to create a way to get your prospects' attention. Okay, get your leads' attention, and typically that's through some type of content. Okay, so you're going to create some kind of content with the goal of capturing their contact information, right? Because once somebody makes that initial request for information from you, they're indicating that they are in fact a lead, somebody who is interested in learning more about what you have to offer. Okay, so then from there, then it's all about the follow-up. Okay, so I'll leave that for another live in terms of follow-up. But today, let's talk about that. So what is a lead attractor? Okay, what is it? That's a good question, right? So a lead attractor is typically something you're going to offer for free, right? Something that's going to be high perceived value that you're going to exchange for the prospect's contact information. Okay, so that way it's a low barrier to entry. It gives the prospect a chance to get to know you more, understand your solutions, so that if you do get to the point where they're interested in talking with you further about it, or coming to the store, or what have you, right? They're in a better frame to work with you, and a lot of times they might be excited to work with you, right? So it's a pull strategy, not a push strategy, right? And in this way, it allows us to then, we're able to scale up our lead generation activities, because we can attract a lot of people that way, and it's an automated process, versus, trying to make a bunch of cold calls, trying to go to networking events, all these different things. If you can figure out a great lead attractor that will produce leads for you, then that takes a lot of that manual labor intensive prospecting, out of the picture for you. Okay. And that's not to say that you can't use, for example, the phone, right? To promote your lead attractor. But what you'll find is that it's going to be so much easier to get your foot in the door when you have a high perceived value lead attractor. Now, so that's what it is. Okay. What it's not. Okay. A lead attractor is not a, it's not something that is, high pressure. Okay. It's typically going to be free. Usually we want, the goal is to get some kind of commitment from the prospect, right? In terms of result of the lead attractor. So it's the long game. Right? We're not trying to make a sale right out the gate. Okay? We're playing long game here. And the reason for this is because any given time in the marketplace, there's about 3% of leads, okay, about 3% of leads that are, or let's say contacts in your, audience, right? About 3% of them, okay, we'll try to be as clear as possible with this. About 3% are going to be buyers. So, for example, if let's say there's 100 people in your market right now, okay, out of that 100 people, there's going to be 3 people that are ready to buy right now, okay. And in most cases, in most advertising, in most marketing, that's who people are trying to go for. But the problem with that is one is highly competitive. Because if they're buyers now, that means that they're looking at all, a lot of the competition. They're getting ready to make that buying, that buying decision, and so there's really no brand building that's taking place. There's no relationship built there, right? And so yeah, you're looking at 3%, and that's why a lot of salespeople, a lot of professionals will tell me, yeah, I got a conversion rate of 1%, is because that right there is that they're going for the buyers. And that's what a lot of those image advertising is out there too. The image advertising where you see an ad and it's like, hey, here's who I am, call us. You're really only going to identify and get the people that are already buyers to reach out to you, right? So again, there's a big problem with that. And problem is just numbers, 3%. You're just not going to get that flow of leads. It's just not going to be scalable for you. So the better way to do it is to create an irresistible lead attractor, low barrier to entry. And so you attract the majority of the market that are, in your audience. They're not ready to buy yet, but they will in the next couple of months or so. Right? So it gives you an opportunity to nurture that lead, nurture them. And when they're ready to buy, they're going to look to you as the authority because you've been building a relationship with them this whole time. Right? And there's ways to also expedite from lead to sale as well. Okay. So those to give you some ideas on what lead attractor is and why it's so critical. So now another question I get is, well, Eric, I'm a service-based business. I'm a product-based business. Like, what's the difference? How do I tackle this whole lead thing, depending on, which type of business I am? Well, if you're a service-based business, typically you're going to be selling more high ticket. You're also going to, have a lot more interaction with the customer is required. And so in these cases, I believe that the best lead attractors, okay, is some kind of video training and a webinar. Okay. For most service-based businesses, that's the most appropriate. And you can also do like special reports and things like that, but everything is moving more and more towards video. So I'm going to say for right now, just to kind of help you guys think about this and help you get your first lead attractor going, think of a video or a webinar that solves a problem that your prospect's having, or answers a question, identifies a question that they're having, and go ahead and have them request that information from you, right? High perceived value. Have them request that information, and then make it a simple segue into whatever that next step is for them, right? And we'll talk about that in a different, Facebook Live, like how to get a lead, from a lead through to your sales process. We'll talk about that another time. So if you're service based, that's what I recommend. And then also if you're a product based company, so you're selling products, it can be appliances, it can be high ticket products, low ticket products. What I recommend is a consumer guide, and this can be both a video or a report. Doesn't matter, but what this consumer guide does is it lays out the buying criteria of purchasing whatever it is that you're selling, right? So you're attracting people who are interested in purchasing what you have to offer, right? Your products, but you're creating the buying criteria. Okay, so those are two great ideas for you depending on if you're product based or service based business. Okay, and the same applies for e-commerce. Okay, same idea applies for e-commerce. Now, the other thing, last thing I want to talk to you about too, that I think makes this challenging for people is that they don't begin with the end in mind, right? When they're talking, when they're trying to attract leads or trying to create audiences, they don't begin with the end in mind. They don't think about what is my ideal customer. And I'm not talking necessarily about right now like customer avatar, but I'm just talking like all the people that I work with, all my customers, all my clients, who are the ones I really enjoy working with, right? What's their situation look like? Are they are their businesses flourishing? What industries are they in? Are they high ticket customers, right? Do they have the budget? Or are they low ticket? I mean, those kinds of things. But you can look at your own data, right? And who you like to work with. Me personally, I like to work with business owners, right? Somebody else might like to work with, maybe like to work with people trying to get in shape, right? So it really, really depends on what your ideal customer is and what you're looking for, because that lead attractor should be designed to attract those types of people to you. So I'm not even talking customer avatar. I'm talking like psychologically, like are they Republicans? Are they Democrats? Are they, those all play a role, right? If it's your ideal customer, right? What can you do? What can you say to attract the right people and repel the wrong people is super critical to that lead attractor. Okay. So the words you choose, the things you say, if you don't think through, okay, who is my ideal customer? Who is the type of person I want to work with? If you don't think through that, then your lead attractor will end up attracting the wrong people to you. And you don't want that. Right? So these are the things you have to think about when it comes to literally scaling up your lead flow. Right? If you want to be getting, thousands of leads a day, hundreds of leads a day versus maybe like 100 leads a month, it takes a different type of thinking, right? It just takes a different type of thinking. So that's what I want to discuss today. And that is step 1 in the funnel vision method. So earlier I told you about how I work with business owners and I help business owners build businesses that grow without them, right? Runs without them. So they have freedom, not a job. The step 1, there's 9 steps to the system, right? The funnel vision method system. There's 9 steps. And the first one is lead attraction. How do you go about attracting leads? And we want to systematize that. We want to automate that so we're able to scale it, right? So if you guys want to learn more about how to do that, go to fvmclass.com. Okay? So, and FVM stands for Funnel Vision Method. So www.fvmclass.com, and go ahead and register for the webinar that's coming up this Wednesday. And I go really deep into lead attraction with this. So it's really going to help you guys out. And I want to also share with you a quick story about lead attraction. So one of my clients first came to me, and this is a client that is in a pretty competitive niche, and they had a great website, and this website was actually getting a lot of visitors, but they weren't getting any leads, right? So leads, step 1 in the funnel vision method. They weren't getting any leads. And so what we did was we created a lead attractor for them, right? And so they're a service-based business, and we created a video series for them. And that's what immediately changed. They didn't change anything else, right? Except for adding this lead attractor to their website, and they immediately started getting leads. right? Consistent leads, and they're continually getting consistent leads till now, right? So that's how powerful this idea of lead attractor can be. Okay, so really keep that in mind. Really keep it to heart. It's really going to make a big difference, I believe, in your business. And again, if you like to learn more about how to create a marketing system, right, a sales process, even a hiring process, I mean, we cover all these things. I mean, we go really deep into how to build a business that is really a machine that can grow without you, okay, and run without you as well, right? So anyway, there's a lot of, like I said, there's 9 steps, and you'll get a lot of value out of it. So go to www.fvmclass.com. Okay. Now, so anyway, that's all I have for you today. All right. So if you guys have any questions, right, like I said, I'll be looking at these comments, throughout the day, these next few weeks. Just go ahead. You have any questions about lead attraction, go ahead and put those in the comments, and I will go ahead and answer those. I'll go ahead and answer those in next videos. Okay. I can't even talk. Hey, it's 8:30. Hey, it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm still waking up. Okay. So, so I don't want to hear it. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.